Okay, so I have Lisa here who has been so kind to do a video with me. And we're just going to start with say a sentence or two about yourself for people watching.
Um, so I'm Lisa, I'm 26 and I'm an accountant living in Dublin.
Perfect. Tell us a little bit about then kind of where you were previously before you contacted me, started the coach or anything like that. So tell us a little bit what you were doing before the coaching.
I suppose before I started with you about a year or two ago, I competed. But I had no intention of competing. I just kind of went from wanting to lose weight to starting in the gym, and then I just noticed changes in my body, and someone just said to me, why don't you go and try for stage? So I went purely for a confidence kind of thing, not even to actually compete and win. But when I was on the stage, I realized how much I loved it. So um I suppose it's just something that I kind of wanted to try, and I got a feel for it. But I suppose the diet part of it wasn't the best way of approaching. So mine was so restrictive, and I'd be all or nothing kind of thing. So I was unbelievable with that diet, but I didn't realize how much it was having an impact on me. And then it just led into a massive binge phase. Then after that, so I struggled with that constantly, whereas food just took over my life. And then in the gym as well, I didn't really have any structure. I suppose I wasn't actually training. I was just going in and I was doing, I honestly couldn't even tell you what I was doing. I was just going to the gym. But yeah, I was there every single day and I could see no progress. And even when I was being strict with myself food wise, I was still seeing no progress. So it was so frustrating going through that whole, I suppose it was just back and forth fighting with myself the whole time. Like it wasn't enjoyable at all.
So tell us a little bit about then kind of particularly the nutrition side of things. What felt restrictive for you? What were you doing, particularly nutrition wise? And what led then to you binging and then having that phase?
I suppose like even the prep side of things, like I think I was on between 1,200 to 1,300 calories a day, and I was training 2 and 3 times a day, so I definitely wasn't eating enough to support the type of training that I was doing. Um, and it was low carb, and I don't eat meat either, so I suppose the advice that I was getting, I think I was having like 6 or 7 protein shakes a day, and that was my protein intake. Whereas I wasn't eating the protein, so then that was even reducing the calories further. So I kind of thought that's what you had to do. This is what prep is. You have to do that. Like I was just eating salads the whole time, salads and protein shakes. I had no fruit. No carbs, source, nothing to fuel the training that I was doing. And then that because it was so restrictive, then that would just lead me into binging. And when I say binging, like I go off on a couple of days binge, and I've eaten so much that I'd be kind of, I feel like I'm up to here full, and then I still keep eating. Like I couldn't get enough into me. And I remember after the show, for the 16 weeks of prep, I think I bought a snack each day to build up a stash for when I finished the show that I could eat everything, like, and that's what I did. And that actually went on for a couple of months after that. And I end up, I think stage weight, I was just under 9 stone. I'm actually not too sure what I came in at stage weight, but I know within 2 months I was nearly back up to 11 stone. And then that just messed with my head completely. Like I was still going to the gym every single day, but obviously I wasn't eating the way I should have. I'd see the number on the scales and then I'd freak and then I'd go so restrictive. But I kept going back to the prep diet. I had no reverse diet in place and no structure to what I was actually eating. So it's just a constant struggle.
And then what impact then, like particularly after the show when you kind of had this very, very restrictive meal plan or whatever kind of nutrition wise and the rules that you had, I suppose. And then when that led into what it did afterwards in terms of that binge and then go back into restriction, what impact did that have on you?
Um, I suppose like when I was being restrictive, I'd say no to all social events. I thought you couldn't go out and enjoy yourself. Like I'd be the type that I could actually go out and not drink, but I thought that if there was food there, I'd be so afraid that if I had one bite, like I would be very I would be strict enough if I was sticking to a plan, but I'd be afraid that if I did take a bite of something, if I took one bite, I'd be gone. Like I would be gone, and I'd be gone for like a week, and I'd be just eating everything in sight that I could. Like I've eaten stuff I don't even like just to get it into me. Like it was ridiculous, it was. But it take over. Like I was saying no to family events, going out with friends. I think I stopped speaking to some of my friends for the whole time I was on prep, because it kind of anytime we went out it involved food, and I just wouldn't go. Like just not at all. But then when I was in the binge inside of it, I was going out all the time then. But then I was embarrassed going out as well, because I was like, everybody has this, I suppose, persona of me where I'm in the gym, I should be fit, I should look like this, and I should go on like this, and yet they'd see me, and it was just embarrassing. I just wasn't living up to their expectations. They didn't even have that. It was all in my head. Like I just kind of, it was just a mental battle that kind of, I think it just led into like, I don't know, it was a constant mental fight, and I was miserable the whole time. Like the whole time. Even when I was losing weight and seeing results, it wasn't good enough. I didn't look the way I wanted. It was the weight going down, and there was no improvements in the actual physique or composition or anything like that. So I wasn't happy, like at all.
And then when you came on board then with me, what changed then for you?
I think the biggest thing, because I know when I started with you, my main focus, because I do want to compete again, but I swore I'd never do it again if I wasn't in the right frame of mind.
Mhm.
So I just thought improving the relationship with food would be, well, sorry, it still is my main goal, but I didn't realize how much that I needed help with the mindset kind of things and that side of coaching. And that was the biggest help. Like my whole attitude, not even just towards food, with myself, is completely different. Like even this week, I went off and went on a spa break with my sister, and I just kind of relaxed a bit. I'm supposed to be on a diet, but I just relaxed, and I was like, you know what, I can enjoy it. It doesn't matter. Like scale was up this week, but who cares? Like I don't care. Like that number is irrelevant to me. Like, and yeah, it probably is just the way we were talking about the extra carbs, or not even drinking enough water or eating late at night. Like, but I don't feel guilty. Like I don't feel guilty for enjoying my life, and that's kind of the biggest improvement that I can see. And as a bonus to that, I'm more relaxed. I'm a bit more positive, and even talking to people, I'm just more positive about things, and it's having such a great impact on my body, because obviously the way I was feeling stressed, I was holding on to different things, and I can see massive improvements in the way I look as well, which is making me feel so much more confident. But it's more so the headspace that has improved, like massively, massively.
And then say when you're looking back over that time frame and the progress in terms of just like your physique just became a bonus to everything else that you achieve in terms of your relationship with food and then also your training too. So when you're looking back over that time frame and what you've achieved compared to where you are, how does that feel for you?
Oh, it's crazy. Like, even when you asked me to do this interview, I was kind of thinking, me, like I'm not even anywhere where I thought I wanted to be. And then I kind of had to reflect a little bit, and it was only then I was like, no, I've actually come on massively. Like it's just an approach with everything. Like even I'm saying yes to go now. If I have the bit of food, I have it. If I don't, I don't. Like I'm actually eating intuitively. Like I never thought I'd be able to do that. I'm eating what makes me feel good. And yeah, if crappier food than what I thought I should pick, like did I enjoy it? Yeah, I did enjoy it. It's not the end of the world. Like the goals are still going to be in place, and I'm still going to achieve them. Might take me longer, but I'm okay with that. Like, and that's kind of, I suppose that's the best thing that I didn't think I could achieve that ever, even just that kind of thought.
Absolutely super. And then say just in terms of the like see your training and how that changed for you. Like I don't know what you were all over the shop the first time I spoke to you, and then you were hitting 100 kg now for your glute thrusters. In terms of like your gym training, how that's changed.
Yeah, like there's actually structure, and I'm going in with I know what I'm doing, and even I know we broke off an app and everything's on the phone, but when if I leave the phone or the phone dies, like I know, right, I have to go in and get this done, and I'm targeting. I kind of it's only actually in the last couple of weeks I realized that I'm doing the whole mind to muscle thing. I can actually feel where I'm supposed to be working, and then it's just that you can see the improvements, but you can feel the improvements as well. And I suppose even just seeing the strength go up each week, that's unbelievable to me, because I remember I never did hip thrusters when I started with you, and I started off, I can't even remember what I started off, and I was like, this girl's doing 100 and way more than that. I was like, I'm never going to be able to hit that. I'm doing them now and I'm ripping for it. Like, it's feeling strong in yourself. Like, actually, that actually has a massive impact in the way you think as well. Like, so yeah, no, I'm really happy with the training.
And then if someone is listening to this now in your similar position, particularly that, I suppose, restrictive mindset, that's the only way they can make progress, and it's leading to the out of control binges or feeling out of control around their food. What would you say to someone that's in a similar position to what you were?
I suppose, like, I'd relate to them, obviously, because I always thought that you had to be on a diet, regardless of what your goal was. It has to be a diet, even if it was bulking. That's still a diet to me. But apparently, what works for me is actually having diet breaks, and that, like, that's so foreign to me. It's crazy, like, but it's working for me. So I suppose my advice would be, if you are thinking of doing something and you do want to get in contact with someone, just do it. Just invest in yourself. It's okay to be selfish. And I suppose the best kind of thought is, if someone else that you were close to wants to do it, you'd be more inclined to, I suppose, push them, or even if it's money, because I know some people that kind of is a thing for them as well. They'd probably spend it on someone else, but when it comes to themselves, they just hold off. And sorry, I was that person, but you do need to be selfish and you do need to invest in yourself, because by doing that, you're actually going to improve your relationships with other people. And I suppose when you are more positive about yourself, people tend to want to be around you a bit more. So it's the best feeling ever. Like, just do it. Just do it.
Thanks a million, Lisa. You can wave bye now to the to the video. Thank you so much.